Hello, and welcome to today's video. In this video, we will be discussing natural resources that are at risk of depletion in the future. The world's population continues to grow, and as a result, natural resources are becoming scarce. We need to take a closer look at these resources to understand the importance of preserving them. Oil. The first natural resource that is at risk of depletion is oil. The depletion of oil reserves is a concern because it is a non-renewable resource. Once the oil reserves are used up, they cannot be replaced. This means that as we consume more oil, the remaining reserves become harder and more expensive to extract. Oil reserves are also becoming increasingly difficult to find as the best deposits have already been tapped. This means that oil production costs are rising, and this cost is passed on to consumers. The reliance on oil as a primary source of energy also has significant environmental impacts. The burning of fossil fuels, including oil, releases greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, contributing to climate change. The extraction and transportation of oil also have environmental consequences, including habitat destruction, water pollution, and oil spills. To address these concerns, governments and industries are increasingly exploring alternatives to oil. Renewable energy sources, such as solar, wind, and hydropower, are becoming increasingly cost-competitive, and investment in these industries is growing. Electric vehicles are also becoming more widespread, and the infrastructure to support them is developing rapidly. Despite these efforts, it is challenging to replace oil entirely, given its versatility and the enormous infrastructure that has developed around its use. However, transitioning to alternative sources of energy and reducing our dependence on oil is essential to ensure energy security, mitigate the environmental impacts of oil production and consumption, and build a sustainable energy future. In conclusion, while oil has played a crucial role in driving human progress, its finite nature and environmental impacts make it imperative that we transition towards alternative sources of energy. By investing in renewable energy, promoting energy efficiency, and developing new technologies, we can work towards a sustainable energy future that balances the needs of the economy, the environment, and society. Water. The second natural resource that is at risk of depletion is water. Water scarcity is a growing concern globally, with many regions facing severe water shortages due to a variety of factors. Climate change is altering precipitation patterns, causing droughts in some areas and flooding in others. Population growth, urbanization, and changing consumption patterns are putting increasing pressure on water resources. Industrial activities, such as mining and fracking, also consume significant amounts of water, which can lead to local water shortages. The impacts of water scarcity are far-reaching and can be devastating. Communities without access to clean water face a range of health risks, including waterborne diseases. Agriculture, which accounts for 70% of global freshwater use, is also impacted, leading to reduced crop yields and increased food prices. Water scarcity can also lead to conflict, as communities and nations compete for limited water resources. To address water scarcity, there is a need for more efficient water use and management practices. This includes reducing water waste, improving water infrastructure, and implementing water conservation measures. Water reuse and recycling can also play a significant role in reducing water consumption. It is also essential to protect water sources from pollution and degradation. Polluted water is not only harmful to human health but can also negatively impact aquatic ecosystems and biodiversity. In conclusion, water scarcity is a growing concern, and it is essential that we take steps to manage this precious resource sustainably. This includes reducing water waste, improving water infrastructure, protecting water sources from pollution, and developing innovative solutions for water management. By working together, we can ensure that we have enough water to meet our basic needs and support sustainable development for future generations. Rare earth metals. The third natural resource that is at risk of depletion is rare earth metals. Rare earth metals are a group of 17 elements that are crucial to many industries, including electronics, renewable energy, and defense. They are used in a wide range of products, from smartphones and laptops to wind turbines and electric vehicles. However, despite their name, rare earth metals are not actually rare. They are abundant in the Earth's crust but are difficult to extract and refine, making them expensive and environmentally damaging to produce. The growing demand for rare earth metals, coupled with their limited supply, means that they are at risk of depletion. The production of these metals is concentrated in a few countries, including China, which has a near monopoly on their production. This concentration of production puts global supply chains at risk, as any disruptions in production can have significant impacts on industries that rely on these metals. The depletion of rare earth metals is not just a problem for industry but also for the environment. The extraction and refinement of these metals can result in significant environmental impacts, including soil and water pollution, habitat destruction, and greenhouse gas emissions. To address these concerns, there is a need for more sustainable approaches to the production and use of rare earth metals. This includes improving recycling and recovery of these metals from waste products, promoting the use of alternative materials, and developing new technologies that reduce reliance on rare earth metals. In conclusion, the depletion of rare earth metals is a growing concern, and it is essential that we take steps to manage these resources sustainably. By promoting the development of new technologies, improving recycling and recovery, and reducing reliance on rare earth metals, we can ensure that these crucial resources are available for future generations. Forests. The fourth natural resource that is at risk of depletion is forests. Forests are critical for the health of the planet, and they provide numerous benefits to people and wildlife. They play a vital role in regulating the Earth's climate by absorbing and storing carbon dioxide, a greenhouse gas that contributes to climate change. Forests also support biodiversity, providing habitat for millions of plant and animal species. They are also a source of livelihood for millions of people, providing timber, fuel, and other forest products. Deforestation, the clearing of trees and forests, is a significant threat to the world's forests. The primary drivers of deforestation are agriculture, logging, and infrastructure development, such as roads and dams. Deforestation has many negative impacts on the environment and society. It contributes to climate change by releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and reducing the Earth's capacity to absorb carbon. It also leads to soil erosion, water pollution, and loss of biodiversity. The loss of forests also has significant social and economic impacts. Indigenous peoples and local communities who depend on forests for their livelihoods are often displaced by deforestation, leading to social and economic instability. The destruction of forests also reduces the availability of forest products, which can impact the global economy. To address deforestation, there is a need for more sustainable approaches to land use and forest management. This includes promoting sustainable forestry practices, protecting areas of high biodiversity and carbon storage value, and supporting the rights of local communities and indigenous peoples who depend on forests for their livelihoods. There is also a need to reduce demand for forest products, promote reforestation and restoration, and develop alternative land uses that are less damaging to the environment. In conclusion, the depletion of forests is a growing concern, and it is essential that we take steps to manage these resources sustainably. By promoting sustainable forestry practices, protecting areas of high biodiversity and carbon storage value, and reducing demand for forest products, we can ensure that these crucial resources are available for future generations. Fish. The fifth natural resource that is at risk of depletion is fish. Fish is an essential source of protein for millions of people around the world, particularly in coastal communities. In addition, the fishing industry provides jobs and income for many people in countries that rely on fishing for their economies. However, overfishing is a significant problem that is threatening the world's fish populations. Overfishing occurs when fish are caught faster than they can reproduce, leading to declines in fish populations. This can have significant impacts on marine ecosystems, as fish play a critical role in maintaining the health of oceans. Overfishing can also lead to the collapse of fisheries, which can have devastating impacts on the communities that depend on them. There are many reasons for overfishing, including the increasing demand for fish, improvements in fishing technology, and weak fisheries management. Illegal, unreported, and unregulated fishing is also a significant problem, as it allows fish to be caught without any regulation or monitoring. To address overfishing, there is a need for more sustainable approaches to fishing. This includes implementing science-based quotas and regulations that ensure fish populations are not overfished. There is also a need to improve fisheries management and increase monitoring and enforcement of fishing regulations. In addition, reducing demand for fish through education and promoting sustainable seafood choices can also help to reduce the pressure on fish populations. In conclusion, overfishing is a significant threat to the world's fish populations, and it is essential that we take steps to manage these resources sustainably. By implementing science-based quotas and regulations, improving fisheries management, and reducing demand for fish, we can ensure that fish populations are healthy and available for future generations. In conclusion, the depletion of natural resources is a significant problem that we need to address. We need to find ways to preserve these resources and reduce our reliance on them. We need to find alternative sources of energy, reduce our water usage, plant more trees, and implement sustainable fishing practices. It is up to us to make a change and preserve these natural resources for future generations. Thank you for watching, and I hope you found this video informative.